What's good, y'all? It's your boy back though at this shit again, nigga. Alright, it's your boy. And I know it's been 3 days. I had to take a little break, try to get used to it. But it ain't gonna happen again, I'll tell you that. So, while these 3 days have been going by, I've been working on something new. Something new for my videos. I'm trying to get the quality better, all that type of stuff. But along with all that planning, I found a new way for me to do my story times. See, what I can do now is I can play a game, record it, take the audio off of it, and just put it in the background of the story times so it has something better than watch other than me just sitting down talking. What type of shit is that? No. So from now on, mostly all my story times will have video games in the background, me playing games in the background and stuff. But like I said, this channel isn't gonna be limited to just story times. I got a bunch of stuff on the works, a bunch of stuff coming up next. You never know what the next video might be on this channel. So yeah, just keep in tune and yeah, subscribe, leave a like, and tell me what y'all think about the video in the comments. So what's up, y'all? Alright, today's story time is gonna be about the time a man ran inside my house. I know, right? That shit's gonna be crazy. Shit gonna be stupid. Now, I wasn't alone when he came in the house I was with some of my cousins. So I'm gonna start this 8th grade year, like the beginning. 8th grade year, 13, probably just turned 13. And now, like, just getting back home from playing basketball, because I used to think I was a little hooper or something. Nigga, I'm still good at basketball though, so don't try to play. But say me and some of my cousins, we were out playing basketball. We were at the rec center, I think, and it had been like 6 o'clock. We had just not be coming home from the rec center, playing basketball. The regular, what we always do. So we get to the house, slide up in the house, and we kind of just sit down, chill for a minute, just sit on our phones and watch the game. Just the regular shit, nothing new. So we just sitting there watching TV on our phones and stuff. Time starts passing by. At this time, we had been at our grandparents' house because nobody ever liked going home, boring as shit at the house. So, we at our grandparents' house, we spend the night there though, and a regular night at my grandparents' house is that around when it start getting dark, they go into their rooms, go to sleep, and you just left to do whatever you want to do. That's why nobody ever wanted to go home, because you do whatever you want to do at your grandparents' house. You know what I'm saying? So, like any other regular day, they go off into their room, go to sleep. That leaves us to do whatever we want. And right about now, I feel like we were getting thirsty. That's how this all started. Because we was all getting thirsty and stuff, being greedy. Didn't want to drink no damn water. And the only drinks that we had were out in the car, in the trunk. And I tell you, them drinks was hot as fuck, and they weren't worth it. But anyways, to get on with the story, the only drinks that were there were left in the car. So me and my older cousin, we come up with a plan to just go outside, go get the drinks out the trunk. Niggas thirsty, want something to drink. So we go out and we go get something to drink from the trunk. So, like, in the midst of us walking out the door, I see a police car, and it raced down the road. Speeding down the road like it's in a chase or something. So now I'm sitting here thinking, like, I wonder what they doing. The fucking pigs, wonder what they doing, So they down the street by now, and now we had just now opened up the trunk to get the drinks out of it. At this time, my little cousin, he was just sitting there at the door watching us. And me and my older cousin, we were out there at the trunk getting the drinks because there were cans. They was in a little box. So he's lifting them up, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a man, and he seems to be coming from behind, like, the house. But it was our neighbor's house. It wasn't our house. It was the neighbor's house. He was coming from behind the house, and the neighbors, they were across the street. It was the neighbors across the street. Is what I meant to say. So he come from behind their house, and I look at him. And I'm like, what this nigga got going? It's like 12 o'clock at night, and he just on the side of somebody's house, walking from behind it on some shit, some nut shit. And I'm thinking, I tell my cousin, I'm like, hey bro, let's go in the house. That nigga don't look like he up to nothing good. And my cousin, he brushed me off. He like, man. And I'm like, dude, come on. But by the time he actually listened to what I'm trying to say, it was too late because now the man had crossed the street, standing right up in the driveway, looking at us while we looking at him. And I don't know. We were just done from there. So first thing we try to do is walk back up to the house, but he's already right there behind us. And he opened up the door from behind us. Ain't no slam the door in his face because this nigga was big. This nigga huge. Nigga like he been in jail all his life doing push-ups and shit. So ain't no fighting him. He come up in the house behind us. He tells us to sit down on the couch. So that's exactly what we do. Sit down on that couch. And he turn off all the lights, lock the door, turn off the TV. And by now, me and my cousins, we thinking ourselves, what the fuck is going on? And we just looking at each other like, is this really happening? That shit was crazy. So he sit down on the couch next to us. And he asking us questions like how old we is. And along the way, he asked us who the oldest was. And I volunteered myself to be the oldest, to do anything. But my older cousin, we were both 13, but he was a couple months older than me. So he just come out of nowhere. He say, no, I'm the oldest. So I just let him be what he be. He sitting down on the couch, he talking about stuff, telling us stuff, and then he asked to use one of our phones. And at the time, I think my phone was dead. And my older cousin, his phone was still charged up. So he just asked to use their phone. I don't know whose phone he took, but he took somebody's phone and he was just talking on the phone. He called somebody and he asked them to come pick him up. But this part was funny. This part, the people on the phone, I heard them when they responded. They said, nigga, we ain't finna come pick you up. And that junk was funny because he really thought someone was finna come pick his dirty ass up. So anyways, we all sitting on the couch for like 30 more minutes, I say. And my granddad, he comes out the room. My granddad, he has a pistol, but he didn't have it on him at that time. It was still in the closet somewhere, I think. So he comes out the room to go use the bathroom. And I guess that he confused the man to be one of his grandkids. So he just brushed it off and went to the bathroom and left out. We thinking ourselves, we praying and thinking ourselves, well, granddad just recognized that this man is not part of the family. This man is a stranger sitting on his couch. But he doesn't. It's all the lights off, so I don't think he could barely recognize. So granddad goes back in his room. We are all disappointed and still scared. Now 30 minutes pass back, and the police, they're like outside swarming the road. I mean, they was out there for about 30 minutes, just waving around their lights, I guess looking for the man. I don't know what he done. I don't think I could have known what he did do, but they was looking for him. And now when the police, they finally leave the road and they move on somewhere, and you can't see the lights anymore, he asked us, who knows how to drive? I don't say anything. My older cousin, he volunteers himself to drive the man back. And I'm not finna fight Devin. I'm not finna fight him for that position drive because I really didn't know how to drive at that time. So he just drove the man home. But the keys leading up to that is that he had to go into my grandparents' room, ask them for the keys, because I think he told them he left his phone in